With roots possibly stemming from medieval times, Raisin Week has a long, rich, and slightly mysterious history. Raisin is an initiation tradition at the University of St. Andrews that involves the exchange of a tribute from the Bajants. Bajants, from the French bec jeune, or fledgling, is a name for the new students or first years at the university. The senior students, known as the magistrands, tertians, and divines, would go to the Bajants, taking a pound of raisins from each. Once the raisins had been given, the senior would issue a raisin receipt which declared the Bajant as exempt from other demands. Originally, this receipt was a small letter or note written in comical Latin. Over time, it started being written in English, perhaps for a better understanding. The notes took on a more provocative and suggestive tone and were written on objects, not just paper. They also became less an exemption and more so a joke towards the Bajant. The object would be of a humorous nature and would have to be held for the entire day of Raisin. Along with this, celebrations of Raisin have become synonymous with rowdiness, costumes, drinking, and misbehavior by the students, with a foam fight and pranks taking place on the day. With a reputation of destruction, it was even banned for some time by the university in the 1930s. The beginnings of Raisin Day are unclear, and origin stories are more folklore than factual. Some say that the tradition began at the start of the university, however, actual accounts of the event begin at the 19th century. In 1854, a student named D. Gray gave a recollection of Raisin celebrations. Quote, "A week or two before the end of the session, the members who were finishing their attendance and about to leave college gave their juniors a solatium in the form of a treat of raisins and oranges. There were also songs and recitations. At this time, the exchange happened with juniors, and it was possible that these juniors also gave raisins to the seniors." Reverend Conacher recollects in 1880 how students would swarm to the shops in search of raisins. He states, quote, "Against the customs of the day, one shopkeeper was fully prepared, and no word needed to be uttered save to state cost, which was 10 pence, and to express thanks for payment." The demand was so high that at the sight of students, shopkeepers could expect many orders of raisins. While currently occurring in October on a Monday, for many centuries Raisin took place at the end of November on the Old Quarter Day. Recounts from students from 1895 to 1900 say the raisins were given on an appointed day after Christmas break. It is unclear when or why the day changed, and even in newspaper articles detailing Raisin celebrations, discussion of origins differ. In a print of the Dundee Daily Telegraph from November in 1936, raisins were thought to be supplied for Christmas pudding in the medieval times, in which the Bajants would make and share with the other students. In an edition of the Scotsman written on the same day, the birth of the tradition was somewhat different. It was speculated that the raisin originates from when students would travel back home during midterms and replenish their food provisions. The items usually included porridge with raisins as a topping. The raisins were then given to seniors as a recognition of their seniority and designated them as mentors. It is clear that regardless of how it came to be, Raisin remains important to many generations of St. Andrews students. In a short history of the university, Ronald Gordon Kant even goes as far to say that, quote, "The initiation of the Bajonas in the student fraternity was almost as essential as his more formal incorporation into the university by act of matriculation." This is further evidenced by a video from 1983 showing the many students in costumes gathered for the Raisin Monday foam fight.
Giving by the 3rd and 4th year students to their newly acquired fledgling 1st year students a receipt for a gift. In bygone days, a pound of raisins. As you can see, this receipt can take many novel forms, and all participants come together for a morning hour of fun in the main quadrangle. This system enables mixing between the years and is one reason why St. Andrews is such a friendly place.
While today, Raisin Monday doesn't actually involve raisins, and the celebrations look much different, it remains a cherished tradition of students.